Technological interventions are on the rampant in the modern learning times. At Woxsen University, all the learners are essential to ensure that technology is effectively leveraged into their particular learning pathway. We ensure that the students will be able to undergo all the criteria of how the technology has to be effectively used in such a fashion that they'll be able to ensure that in the particular learning journey, what kind of technologies have been available, how they have been available, and how they have to be effectively used up. Technology has a huge amount of advantage as we go ahead. However, it is also essential the learner and its user has to understand what are the pros and cons of technology before they start using it. That's why we ensure that our learners and our students of School of Technology will definitely go through a rigorous process of how the technologies are supposed to be used and applied. We ensure that our students are well aware of open source criteria. We ensure that our students are effectively going through all the necessary kind of platforms that are being open source that they will be able to use and learn during the particular course of time. It's essential that all the learners has to also practice their particular technological skills and everything on the open source platforms itself. Artificial intelligence is one of the key aspects that is part of core computer criteria in these days. It is essential, we need to understand that traditional way of computing is not effective anymore. That's the reason we are going for intelligent way of computing. In this class, what we are going to look into is why we need to study AI, what exactly is intelligence in this case, and when we are using the computer criteria. We also need to understand when we are going to use particular AI based approach and when we should not be able to use it. Many technologies are available that students can use in these days. They are GitHub is one such platform where people can deploy their own code and also explore any available code if they have been made available. What student has to do is the student need to understand the ethical criteria of what I should do when there is a availability of information and a source of information, what I should not use. They should be able to learn on declaration of if the information or the source of the knowledge is not their own. That is what we ensure that the student should undergo that leveraging of technology exactly. Similar to the ChatGPT as well, it is essential the student has to understand how to use the ChatGPT, where exactly to use the ChatGPT and when not to use it as well. It is also essential that student has to understand that how to use the ChatGPT in such a manner that it should only be used as a tool to enhance their own knowledge. It should be used as a tool to add on to their new ideas. It should be used as a tool to validate and verify their own skill set. That's how the leveraging of the technology has to be made.